What's up, guys? This is Nate with Next Level Strength Conditioning. Today we're going to go through a very comprehensive warm-up and performance prep. A lot going on here, everything from soft tissue work to mobility, activation, dynamic integration, preventative measures as well, specifically ACL protocol. So going through a very wide range of things that are going to obviously help our athletes prepare for performance at the highest level, but also to help maintain and even build on functional movement, strength, balance, coordination, and obviously the preventative piece as well. Each session we're going to start with our soft tissue quality, our self-myofascial release with our foam roller, lacrosse ball, other implements out there to help with some of this soft tissue quality. This is just a way to help promote blood flow before performance. If you have some major soft tissue issues, the obvious better avenue would be to go see a licensed massage therapist, a qualified physical therapist to help with some of those more underlying issues. But end of the day, before maximal performance, increasing this blood flow, kind of try to get rid of some of this muscle adhesion is something that's going to be beneficial in a lot of different ways. Many different conflicting opinions out there based on why foam roll, why not foam roll certain places. End of the day, pick your bigger muscle groups, especially the ones that you're going to be using in that workout. 5 to 10 minutes, get on the roller and just kind of go up and down that major muscle group. Traditionally, we have athletes come in 5-10 minutes before their session, foam roll on their own. When the session starts, we get into our mobility, activation, other components of the workout. So some things that we'll do, obviously not all the different methods out there, but traditionally we'll start with lacrosse ball, bare feet, a lot of different reasons for bare feet warm up and training, really work out the bottom of our foot, across the midfoot, heel, ball of our foot as well. Then we're going to get on our foam roller. You can also use the lacrosse ball for other hard places to reach, piriformis, upper trap, things like that. With the roller, really we try to kind of go foot up. So again, we're going to start primarily with our calf. Again, things that we can look at, turning our toe up, in and out. So we're really going to hit all parts of that calf, into our hamstring, foot over the top, so we're really creating some additional pressure. Again, just really trying to promote blood flow. There is such thing as trigger release and other things like that, but again, for now, we're gonna keep things really simple. Then we're gonna work up onto our glute and TFL outside of our hip. So we're gonna go foot on knee, lean into that side, pull that knee in a little bit. Again, just kind of work through those major muscle groups as well. Then we can go to our quad. On top of the roller here, turn those toes in and out, hitting all parts of the quad. Another favorite is adductor. So we're gonna have the roller moving this way, knee's gonna be out. Just work from inside of your groin out to your knee. Again, kind of playing with the different angles to make sure we hit all muscle groups. From there, we can move into our back. We're gonna start mid-back. Traditionally, we're gonna bring our elbows to the sky to spread out those scaps. Target that upper trap, low trap, and other parts of the back. From there, I like thoracic extension on the roller. We can have it mid-back, low back, based on your comfort level. Elbows out, exhale. And extend over that roller. One of the last ones we primarily do every session is gonna be our lat and some of our pec muscle here as well. So we're gonna obviously be in a straight line, bottom foot, bottom hand, turn the roller to the other side. And now the roller's gonna stay put and I'm gonna move my body across, mid-back, lat, pec. You can kind of work your way up and down a little bit. Few rotations each side at different points. So again, a lot of different ways to foam roll to improve that soft tissue quality before a session. Again, don't overthink it, improve some of that blood flow, and prepare to train. Arm slides, I'm gonna be on my back, I'm gonna pull the floor into my butt with my heels.
I'm going to reach out, make a Y. The key here is that my lower back touches the ground, my arms stay flat. I'm going to inhale and then exhale with tight lips. Inhale on the way back up. I'm going to go until I feel my ribs start to flare or my arms come off the ground. I want my arms on the ground and my lower back touching the whole time. Banded hamstring lower. So I'm going to take the band around the ball of my foot, pull the toe to my face so the bottom of my foot is nice and parallel to the floor as much as possible. The key is that I'm locked out at both legs. Head will be back. Lower slow to about an inch away and return. Lower slow to about an inch away and return. If you don't have a band, you can have a partner hold the foot, or you can go to active straight leg raise. Little different focus, still looking at that hamstring leg. So lock knees, toes are straight up, kick, return slow. Kick, return slow. You shouldn't see any knee flexion or toe rotation, which actually hip rotation at either side. Cook hip lift. We're going to try to turn on here these hamstrings, glutes, hip flexor all with one movement. So we're going to be on our back. Dig your heel into the ground. One knee's going to come up past my hip. Opposite hand is going to fight against that knee. Again, turning on that hip flexor. I'm going to dig my heel into the ground, pop that hip, turn on my glute and hamstring, return. Pop, return. Pop, return. Again, keeping that knee over your hip so that hip flexor is firing. My 90-90 glute hip. So what I'm going to do, legs straight out across, shoulders are back. I'm going to have good 90-degree angles in both legs. I'm going to push my chest down to my knee, across to my foot through an exhale. Nice and tall. Hands up if we can. Rotate to the other side. Same thing here. Down, across, rotate, and repeat. If you have someone really lacking hip mobility to rotate like that, you can have hands back and rotate that way. Next one's going to be our double adductor stretch. So we're going to bring both knees out really as far as we can. Shoulders are going to be nice and tight with a neutral low back. I'm going to push my hips back through a full exhale and release. Push back, release. We can also add a little internal rotation, so push back, and then one leg can rotate, push back, one leg can rotate. Make sure athletes are staying neutral in their low back. We don't want anyone popping their butt out. Stay nice and neutral, push back, release. Next one will be a little bit more of an activation here. We're going to go to a crawl. So obviously we know how beneficial crawling is for so many different reasons, coordination, stability, a lot of different things here. So all we're going to do, good tabletop position, dig my toes, pop my knees. Now in opposition, opposite hand and foot, maintaining that back position. We can also go backwards. We can also go sideways. Same thing, always in opposition. Next one, we can combo some ankle mobility here with some hip flexor stretch. So we're going to do, we can bring that heel right in front of our knee based on that person's range of motion. Plant your heel from here. We're just going to push forward. You should feel that stretch in the front of your ankle and then your Achilles as well. And then release. Push forward. Release. We can also kind of change the plane just a little bit. Point that knee in and out. At no time should we feel a ton of pressure in the front of our knee. If that's the case, really, consider moving your front foot forward a little bit and keep that bottom heel down. Then the next one we can kind of roll into from there is our half kneel hip flexor. So we're going to reach up to the sky. For this one, reach up. I want 90 degrees in my front and back leg. Tuck in my back toes so I'm turning on this back glute. What I'm going to do, if my right knee is forward, my right hand will reach behind me, but the true focus is my top arm. I want to turn the thumb behind me and reach to the ceiling. Return. Push forward. Return. I'm getting as long as possible from this top fingertip through my lat, down my hip flexor, and my quad. Don't touch the squat. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spread my feet out underneath my shoulders. Hands are going to be inside my ankles. I'm going to lock my knees out. I'm going to bend down to feel that good hamstring stretch. I'm going to sit down onto my heels. Push my knees out with my elbows. You can add a little bit of a rock as well. Arms up, stand up. So it's going to be touch down, sit down. Knees out, arms up, stand up. Okay, transverse lunge. So now we're going to get into our transverse plane of motion here. What I want you to do is think about you're standing in a box, an imaginary box. With one leg, you're going to step back to the back corner of the box, turning your foot to the side wall. What you're going to do is put your weight on that heel, reach out, lock out my front leg with my toe up, and then return. So all together, step back, lock out that front leg, return. My weight's on my back heel, and then I pop back and return. Keep your shoulders back, keep your weight evenly planted on those feet.